Yay Networks.
Welcome to another episode of A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. This is the real start after the false start. I'm Kellie Raspberry Evans. This is my husband, the perfectionist, I like to call him in private times, Alan Evans.
Hey, train in the house.
No, we started the podcast and immediately I got choked. I was like, just let it run. But no, Alan has to hit the stop button and start over. That's okay.
You just want to keep going when you're choking, huh?
I was already over it. It was just a brief.
You want me to just keep plowing while you're choking, just keep
It wasn't
going.
choking. It was just a brief choke.
Okay. Well,
but it was fine.
If you're okay with that.
But we strive for perfection. You know, start over now. We strive for perfection.
Over the last 30 minutes.
I'm not drunk, I swear.
That has been a comedy of errors here in Evans
this
Manor.
Whole day has been just
a comedy of errors.
Y'all, I screwed up so bad on the Kid Craddock morning show today, and it has just been downhill ever since. I don't know.
How red was Robert this morning?
Thankfully, we're still broadcasting from home. So I didn't see his face, but he didn't say anything to me about it because I think he knows when I mess up how bad I feel.
But isn't he like a volcano? He just kind of explodes and then he's over it.
Yeah, we did a stereo. We recorded it, or it was live. It wasn't recorded. We did a stereo earlier tonight, and he didn't even mention it. So that's the way it is. He lets it go, but I dwelled on it and marinated in it all day. And that's the thing. If I screw up, I wish I had the ability to just you know what? Dust yourself off and let it go. No, I got to marinate in it for about 24 hours. Yeah.
Well, here's what we're going to do on this podcast. We're not going to marinate on anything 24 hours.
You're going to tell about the comedy of errors?
We're going to talk about the comedy of errors of you feeding the dog and others. I'm sure there's others that have been like Keystone Cops.
Okay.
And that would be an insult to the Keystone Cops. Who are the Keystone Cops?
There was a...
so you know.
This.
So, okay.
Well, I recently learned this.
Yes,
because
tell us.
I was listening to another podcast, and of course I think it was Murder in Hollywoodland. I might have the title wrong because I didn't know we were going to be talking about this.
Mm-hmm.
But it was about a murder that happened during the silent movie era in Hollywood in like the early 20s. And apparently the Keystone was a silent movie studio, and they did a lot of slapstick, and they did a lot with police officers running around in and out,
kind of falling over each other.
And they were the Keystone Cops because that was the name of the movie studio.
Bumping into each other.
It was very interesting. This is something Hollywoodland. I think it's Murder in Hollywoodland. And it's where they tell the story, but the two narrators, it's a man and a woman. They voice the characters, and of course they're taking this. They take so much for granted because it's just like with The Crown, which is based on historical events, but they take creative license with the conversations they assume people had and how they were feeling. They were like the guy that was murdered. They're like, he walked down the street blowing. I'm just paraphrasing. I don't know, blowing into his hands, warming them up, remembering that he had such a wonderful steak dinner that night and just loving the smell of the flowers and the breeze in California skies. I'm like, no, y'all don't know what he did. He's about to be murdered in 15 minutes. They don't know what his last thoughts were, but for dramatic effect, they do that.
Okay. So we're going to talk about Kelly's Keystone Cop moment.
Thanks for letting me go.
Letting you go.
Just let me go.
Oh, I've given up by now.
Thank you, honey.
Yeah. Once you get going down a bunny hole, I'm just like, well, there she goes. I'll see her. I'll see her here in about 9 minutes.
I appreciate it. That's much better than you going, and rolling your eyes.
Oh, I'm doing that inside.
That's fine as long as I don't hear it.
Oh, I'm totally doing that inside.
Because I'm going to tell that Shonda Rhimes story again.
Okay,
which was a good story. I can't tell you how many people, and thank y'all for reaching out. Let me know that was a good story. But go ahead, Alan.
Keystone Cop moment. What else we got? I know we had a lot of stuff.
I'm going to do a follow-up on Shrimp Tail Guy.
There you go. Follow up on Shrimp Tail Guy. Our most popular bit that we haven't done in a while, most popular segment, is back today. And it's back strong. It's called Kellie Claps Back. And let me tell you guys,
I always take issue.
And let me tell you guys, it came and came and came, and it was hard on the top of my head. And what was different about this one?
Him with my words.
Oh, you gave me the big Kellie Raspberry elbow. And then what was different about this week, guys, was she gave me the Kellie Raspberry elbow. And then after that, after I'm kind of sitting there with a flat head, she just hit me she dropped a dime on my head.
Oh, I don't even remember.
Yeah.
I just remember this is what I say to him when he's like, whenever I say something and I know he's going to tell you guys on the podcast, we'll be walking or something. He'll stop. He'll stop dead in his tracks. I'm like, okay, here we go. It's going to be another Kellie Claps Back. And he pulls out his phone and he talks notes, talks to text, whatever notes. And I'm like, this is out of context. You're not going to tell the context, which makes me sound like a big jerk.
Right.
But y'all know what I have to live with. Y'all have listened to enough episodes of A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. You know what I live with on a daily basis. Now, if this is your first time joining the podcast and this is like, you just dived in right here in the middle. Well, not in the middle. You caught up in real time. This is your first episode. You're going to think I'm a raging bitch.
Yes.
That's what you're going to think.
Yes.
And I'm so mean to my husband. How does he put up with me? That's what y'all are going to think. But the rest of you who've been around for 300 and something episodes,
we'll get to
y'all
this.
know.
We'll get to this.
That's all I have to say.
Okay, so we got a Kellie Claps Back. We also, somebody brought up something on my social media, and I'm a master debater. So we're going to get on here, and you and I are going to debate this. I think you and I are going to be on the same page when it comes to this issue. Mm-hmm. It has to do with your bed.
My bed.
Our bed.
Our bed. Our marital bed.
Most people's beds.
Yeah.
And we will get into this. And then another thing I had was something very, I don't even know what the right way to describe it is. Something very odd happened to me about 3 or 4 days ago. And I was going to tell the story, and I'm sure it'll get probably a lot of reaction, maybe through email or after you listen to the episode. But it's pretty wild. It's never happened to me before. So I thought I'd just tell it, get it off my chest, and see what you think. It's
okay. You already know what I think.
It's an exercise in human behavior,
yeah.
Observation. Yeah. It was strange.
It's like one of those episodes of What Would You Do?
Yeah, it's kind of a what would you do?
With that guy. I can't remember his name. What would you do?
Right. Okay, so that's what we got. I think we got a fun time tonight.
We do. And also, I want to talk a little bit, about the update on the shrimp tail cereal guy. What are we calling him? We're going to do just a very, very brief update on that.
Uh-huh.
And, Alan.
It's okay. Just relax.
Well,
relax.
I mean, you're knocking into my knees.
Just relax.
And what else? Now you made me go blank. Anyway, and, I want to start a matchmaking service. And I'm very serious about it, Alan.
Are you breaking this on the podcast?
Well, I talked a little bit of I brought this up many, many years ago to Kid Craddock, may he rest in peace, about it. And so I'm going to revisit the thought and see what you guys think. Now that more and more people, Kid Craddock has been passed away now. I hate saying been dead, but this will be 8 years. Wow. 8 years this July. That's crazy. So anyway, we'll see what y'all think about that. But listen, before we get to all of that, you know what we do?
What do we do?
We love our loungewear.
Yes, we do.
It's been our uniform since March of 2020. But if your loungewear is looking tired, if it doesn't bring you that same joy it once did, it's time to order yourself some fresh, new Tommy John loungewear.
Tommy John.
From second skin joggers to the softest tops, it's time to welcome a new season of comfort. And you know how I feel about comfort.
You love comfort.
When you start every morning in Tommy John Loungewear, you are that much more comfortable. So you can do everything better. That's why Tommy John doesn't have customers. They have fanatics. So this spring, start lounging like a pro with Tommy John. Ladies, you don't need a reason to buy something nice for yourself, but let's pretend we do. Look, we're not giving up loungewear. There is no turning back now. We're just getting rid of the sad, tired stuff. And we're getting lighter, brighter, brand new loungewear from Tommy John. Tommy John loungewear and pajamas are guaranteed to fit perfectly with comfy, non-pilling micro-modal fabric, which means no lint balls or fuzz. Luxuriously soft tri-blend fabric with 4-way stretch.
Tri-blend fabric.
Yes, say it 5 times fast.
Tri-blend fabric.
It looks.
Yes.
It's the same level of comfort and innovation that goes into everything Tommy John makes, including bras with non-slip straps, twice the adjustability of competing brands and the softest second skin fabric for the perfect fit.
Yes, and returns and exchanges are free. And right now you'll get $25 off site-wide at TommyJohn.com/sandwich. Get $25 off at TommyJohn.com/sandwich. One more time, babe. How about TommyJohn.com/sandwich? See site for details.
Everybody always asks me, does Tommy Jean wear Tommy John?
Tommy Jean.
Tommy Jean actually had a shirt when Tommy John first came out that said Tommy John across the front. We thought that was pretty cute.
That's a good bit.
It is a good bit. Tommy Jean and Tommy John.
I used to buy hats from, and I still have one. I used to buy hats from American Eagle because they would say AE on the hat.
That's your initials.
Those are my
initials.
Yes, those are my initials. Okay, why don't we just
take advantage of that $25 off site wide and get Tommy Jean some Tommy John? Her birthday's coming up.
I think you should. do that.
All right. Anyway, back to you.
Okay. Let's start with this debate that has bubbled up online on my social media.
And I don't even know how this became a debate.
I don't know if I was being trolled, but one of our very dear friends and very best customers, Sin Galvan from San Antonio, she tagged me in a social media post.
Oh, so she started it.
She started this mess. And apparently somebody she follows on the Twitter or maybe on the Instagram, I don't know, but posted something about Millennials unite. We have knocked out the side part. We have done away with the skinny jeans. And I'm here to tell you that the flat sheet, which they call a top sheet.
Yeah, it's fine.
The top sheet, I had never heard that.
I've heard it.
I was today years old when I heard the flat sheet referred to as a top sheet.
It's fine. I've heard it. Yeah.
They said that millennials have done away with the top sheet. Millennials don't use a top sheet. What do you say in response?
I don't care.
What is your rebuttal to this?
I don't care what they do because I know when I go buy bedding and you buy a bedding set, it comes with a top sheet or flat sheet.
I'm going to call it a flat sheet.
But here's the thing. You know, my daughter, she wears sweatshirts and sweatpants and fuzzy socks when it's 90 degrees outside because she's whatever generation she is. That doesn't mean I'm going to start doing it. I'm going to do what makes me comfortable. And for me, when you open your bedding, which you wash, there's certain things I will wear without washing, but sleeping in bed sheets, that's something you have to wash before you put on your bed, in my opinion. If you don't, I'm not going to judge you for that. But you wash it, you put your fitted sheet across the mattress.
And the fitted sheet goes across.
It's got the elastic bands that go across the mattress.
And that's over, for us, that's over a mattress cover.
Yes, we have a mattress cover as well to protect the mattress.
Right, from
bodily fluids is what he wants to say.
Whoa!
Well, bodily fluids can be a lot of things, as we witnessed with our dog the other night, who decided to pass. This is the funny thing about our dog, Zoe.
Gosh.
She's a schnauzer. She'll be sitting in the chair with us or whatever, and suddenly she'll leap off.
Yeah.
And she'll do like a little spinny, like chasing her own tail around because she's sniffing. She just passed gas.
But it's like a wet fart.
But I was getting to that.
Oh.
So, and then she'll jump back in the chair where she sat and she'll sniff where she just tooted. So the other night,
that's why they call them animals, guys.
And the other night, and this never been wet before, but the other night in bed with us, she jumped up real quick and got on the floor, and we're like, ha ha ha, look at her, she just tooted in bed, and she did the circle around the thing and jumped back in the bed. But this time, she was just like really going to town on wherever she tooted. It was a wet one.
It cleared the room.
It was a wet one.
And what did I do?
And it got on our blanket, our top sheet.
Yes.
Did not make it all the way down to the bottom sheet,
because
but it would be protected again by a mattress cover.
And what did I do?
Alan lies there and doesn't move. I stripped the bed. He is in his nothing but his underwear, curled up in the fetal position.
Boy, that's a sight.
That's what you were doing, and just lying there.
I was cold.
While I was muttering.
What were you muttering?
I can't believe I have to do this. I can't believe I've got to put all this in the wash machine. Oh my gosh, we don't have another set of
I think
sheets.
I was delirious.
You weren't delirious. This just happened right when we lay down. And he's all bundled up. And I'm just like, me taking care of it. So I'm getting to strip in the bed, and then I go find queen size sheets and blankets because I don't have I don't have a second set of king sheets and blankets. So the next day I went to Home Goods and got another second set because I needed them like that. So anyway, yeah. What was the question? What was the point? Oh, we have a mattress protector.
That's not even the point.
We have the mattress protector,
Right.
the fitted sheet.
Right.
Then we have the flat sheet, the top sheet.
Right.
Then
But we tuck ours in.
we do hospital corners.
When we make the bed, we tuck it in so it's nice and tight when you get under it.
And with hospital corners.
Because a lot of people have told me, oh, I don't like the top sheet because I turn around, I get all tangled up in it. My legs get tangled up in it. Well, if you tuck it in, you can turn and all you want. You don't get tangled in it.
Right. And some people don't tuck it in because they like that freedom because they feel like their feet get too pressed down if it's tucked in. Either way, I don't care what you do.
No,
but you need to use a top sheet.
I want the tuck in hospital corners because I don't want my big feet flopping around and getting cold, and I want to be all like in there like a little bug, like a little burrito.
And then we use a cotton blanket because it's pretty good for all weather. It's just right. Sometimes when the sheet, you just need a little bit extra warmth. Then we have like a quilted, because we have a different thing for decorative purposes.
Pottery barn.
We don't have a duvet.
Hashtag not an ad.
I don't like duvets because
they make me sweat.
Well, they do have some that are more regulated.
They're so heavy.
No, but they make them regulated for all season now. So you can get them like that. I just don't like the whole process of taking off the duvet cover and washing it and putting the duvet cover back on. So if you are like one of those really crisp, clean people that can use just the duvet by itself without the cover, it's a beautiful look, but it's just not for me.
Yeah. So the debate is millennials don't use a top sheet.
Why? They want to snuggle up under the duvet?
Well, there's a reason for the top sheet, and it's the same reason that you have a mattress cover. The top sheet prevents
what?
Nocturnal emissions.
No, it doesn't.
From getting on your Pottery Barn comforter.
That's not why
or your cousin Earl quilt or whatever it is.
I use it for warmth.
Uncle Earl. Is it cousin Earl or Uncle Earl?
I don't think I'm going to start spurting fluid everywhere in the middle of the night. I use it because I want warmth.
What did you just say?
I'm not going to start spurting fluid. There's no need for that. That's not a layer of protection for me from that. That's a layer of protection from the cold for me. I don't know what you just pressed. I'm sure I'll hear it later.
Okay. Yeah. So I think the flat sheet is staying. I don't think it's going anywhere. And I think millennials, you should rethink your strategy.
But yet you talk out of both sides of your mouth.
How so?
Because when we do the boys' rooms upstairs, remember when we were doing Cole's bed upstairs? Was it his that you said he doesn't use a sheet? He just uses the comforter?
True. I'm not sleeping in that bed.
I know, but I'm saying, but you allow that for your children.
Well, I mean, if he doesn't want to use a flat sheet, what am I going to do? Force him to use a flat sheet?
What do you do with it when it comes with the bedding set then? What do you millennials do?
And here's another thing. He he never makes his bed. So anytime that the bed is made, it's usually me or somebody else making it. Honestly, I don't want to make his bed if it's got a flat sheet.
Oh, you're going to say something else.
What?
Nothing. But can you even go out and buy a single sheet? Can you go out and buy just a fitted sheet by itself? I don't think so. I think they always come in sets.
No, you can roll on over to TJ Maxx.
And buy one?
TJ Maxx.
You're telling me I could go buy one fitted sheet without being a part of a set?
Yes. You could do the same at Ross. Dress for less.
I didn't know that. I know you can buy pillowcases by themselves.
Somebody told me they use their fitted or their flat sheets or top sheets as curtains.
Yes, you can do that. My cousin used to do that. She used to make beautiful curtains. Yeah, because the material is beautiful.
That is country.
No, it's not as beautiful. She was a decorator.
Does she know how to put the little rivets and stuff in there? How do you hang them up?
She did it. She was a decorator. She did a beautiful job, and you can use bed sheets as it's just fabric.
Huh. Okay. Well, I don't know if we solved anything.
No, country was my Aunt Helen
that
was married to my Uncle Earl. She was from the mountains of North Carolina, and she was very, very country. She would reuse paper towels. She would use them like to wipe up water. She would hang them up to dry and reuse them.
Wow.
That was resourceful, though.
That was being green before being green was cool.
Exactly.
Yeah. Wow.
But I love that story.
Well, paper towels are expensive.
They are. Paper towels are stupid expensive. Why?
I don't know, babe.
Why are paper towels so stupid expensive?
Well, everything's getting more expensive.
Paper towels.
Well, everything
That
gets.
makes no sense.
Well, but I know, but when have you noticed the gas prices have gone up? When
but
gas
paper towels have been expensive before gas prices.
I understand, but when gas prices go up, everything gets more expensive.
Well, I just know paper towels. I don't understand why they're expensive as they are. That ticks me off when I have to buy paper towels, and I like to get the Selecta size. A little bit more expensive, but you don't waste as much.
I noticed you put that single ply roll in our extra bathroom that we took on the RV.
Yeah,
What's up with that?
we got to get rid of it.
Well, I understand, but when I'm kind of groggy in the morning and I'm in there surveying my kingdom from the throne,
What do you want me to do with it?
and I'm busting a grumpy, one thing I don't like to do is stick my finger through the toilet paper.
Well, double up. If you need double ply, double up. I did not understand how much toilet paper you would need on an RV. I assumed with the way Alan's system works that we would
I don't know
need
what that means.
a lot of toilet paper. But then I didn't take into account he's not going to do that on the RV. He's going to do that if we go to an RV bathroom. So I bought two four-roll sets of single ply toilet paper. When we got to the RV park, they gave us one roll.
Well, it was in the truck.
It was
already in the RV. Yeah.
They gave us one roll to get started. That one roll lasted us 90% of the trip.
Because we had a no dookie in the RV rule.
Right. And I'm the only one TTing in the RV. And that whole single ply roll lasted me almost the entire trip.
Yeah.
So now I brought home 8 rolls
and
of
Kelly,
single ply toilet paper.
And of course, Kelly doesn't put them in the bathroom where she goes. She puts them in the bathroom where I go.
Why don't you go in the bathroom where I go then? I just put it where it was needed.
I don't know.
Alan will leave, he'll get up and walk away and leave an empty toilet paper holder. Just leave it sitting there until
Not
I
true.
discover it.
I
can't
always
tell you.
replenish.
That's a lie.
That's a
lie.
That's a dickhead move to not replenish your paper towel or toilet paper.
I can't tell you how many times I walk into the bathroom and there's no paper. There's no toilet paper. Or
I'm being misrepresented.
That one square.
I'm being
like, there's still a little bit of toilet paper on the toilet paper roll, but so then I go look in the cabinet underneath the sink and there's no toilet paper. So then I have to go in to another bathroom and get some more.
I'm being misrepresented.
Okay, honey, I made the whole thing up just for comedy.
I tell you what, after you're used to a nice, thick, pillowy, double ply, quilted, scented aloe toilet paper,
I know.
it just feels like butter. Well,
it makes you appreciate it.
Yeah, and then you peel off about a foot or two of that single ply and rub that across yourself.
Well, better for the septic system, they say.
Yeah. Well, you throw it in the water and it almost just dissolves. it disappears. Stuff's horrible.
I'll take it all and I'll use it. I don't want you to use another sheet of it, honey. I'll take care of it.
I just don't want my finger going through it.
I understand. Okay. I'll take care of it.
Okay.
I want you to be happy.
One thing that didn't make Kelly happy tonight was this comedy of errors that we keep talking about. So do you want to try to explain what happened?
I mean, it's not really much to tell.
Well, I'll tell it.
My day just went bad all day long.
Yeah.
One thing after. You know how it is when you start off on the wrong foot. And I can't even blame it on Mercury in retrograde. We're not in retrograde right now.
Now, if you can blame it on that, you're going to try.
I will.
You're going to try.
If anything goes wrong to me and Mercury's in retrograde, not my fault.
Right.
But if stuff goes wrong now, completely my fault. But all that happened tonight, I don't know why. It was just, again, it's up to me to take care of it. So Emma Kelly finally graces us with her presence tonight because she came downstairs and wanted supper. So I made it. She's like, just text me when it's ready. And went back up to her room. Okay. I'm like, I don't even care at this point. I've had the day. I was like, at first, I'm like, sit down here and talk to me while I make your supper. And she said, no, I've got to finish my Spanish homework. I'm like, fine, go on. And so Alan is finishing his nap and he's coming down. So she's going back up. He's coming down.
No, wait a second. Can I jump in just real quick?
Sure.
The reason I took a nap at 6 p.m. is because for some stupid reason, I decided to have 5 or 6 pieces of sugar-free candy last night at about 11:30 at night.
Y'all know what sugar-free candy does to you, right? It's made of sugar alcohol.
You can't digest it.
It gives you the toots and makes you.
I was literally up, guys, last night from 2 a.m. till the time Kelly had to get up and get ready for the Kidcratic Morning Show nationally syndicated, which is at about 5:30. I was up all night. My stomach was distended, and I had uncontrollable flatulence and stomach
you're very
cramps.
sensitive.
And stomach cramps. That's the reason I'm a little on edge right now, and I'm tired. I'm like, ow, Mac, I'm tired.
So on edge.
Yes. So that's why I just went upstairs into the boys'
6 p.m. nap.
in the boys' room tonight. Took it. Okay. So anyway, sorry.
That's fine.
Sorry. So I'm coming downstairs.
We're painting a picture.
I'm trying to paint a visual picture.
Painting a picture.
Right.
So when Kelly goes up, Alan comes down.
Yes.
Dog's barking.
Going.
So anyway, always, no matter if there's any activity, they go crazy. Very annoying. So I get Princess Emma Kelly's supper ready, and I text her, come down now, put my phone down, and then I don't know, I'm doing something. I don't know what I'm doing. Alan's getting his salad ready and his leftover steak. You're making your own supper. I appreciate it.
And this is at about 5 till 8, like 5 minutes before we're supposed to start the podcast.
So Alan's getting his supper ready, and Emma Kelly comes down the stairs, and the dogs act like they've never seen this person before.
Right.
They are raising bloody murder, barking up a storm. Emma Kelly comes down to get her food, and Larry, our first rescue dog, has a panic attack. And just goes backing up, knocks over his water bowl. It goes everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, everywhere.
Yeah. Like a gallon.
And Emma Kelly's like, Larry. And now Alan's like, chop, 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 chop.
Yeah, I just keep going. Well,
I guess it's up to me to clean it up.
Yeah.
So what do? I get a couple of my select-a-size bounties, and I'm like, this ain't gonna cut it. I had to go get some towels. You won't believe, I can't express to you how wet this was.
But
I was mopping up water. It went everywhere. So then we got brand new dog bowls because we had the most trashy setup. It was embarrassing of the dog bowls. But we wanted to get a matching dog bowls, but they're silver and they're
you're leaving out a great part of this.
I am. They're bright silver, and you cannot tell
you're leaving out
when
there's
water in the bowl.
You're leaving out another part.
There's another part?
Mm-hmm. This is how Wheels Off the story was. Before this, I know where you're going with this.
Oh, well, what did I do?
But before this, there was so much water. Kelly took the bowls in the holder that the bowls are in off
like a mat.
Of the plastic mat, and it was covered in water. Kelly tries to pick up this flexible plastic mat and carry it to the sink.
Because there was so much water on, I was going to try to dump it in the sink.
So if you can imagine her trying to carry this, it's flat too, and she's trying to balance this water on this plastic mat, and it's just kind of spilling
everywhere.
Yeah, it's splashing and spilling everywhere. Emma Kelly's just kind of sitting there. I'm still just
chop,
just kind of
watching. Nobody's saying a word.
Right. Okay. So, and I was like, "Do you need help, babe?"
No, you were not.
I absolutely did.
Please.
I absolutely did.
I'll ask Emma Kelly to come down.
I absolutely did.
I'll have Emma Kelly come down.
I stand by this.
I finally said, "Screw it," and I just turned the mat full of water all over the floor.
Onto the floor.
Then I got the 2 Bounty paper towels. Then I went and got more towels. And I'm mopping everything up.
Yes.
Back to my thing.
Yes.
We have brand new dog bowls. They are so shiny, silver, and clean. When you put water in them, you can't even tell there's water in it. You have to like get down and look to see if there's any water in it. They're that crystal clear and clean. So I go to put the dog food. I put Zoe's in her bowl, and the dog food bowl is always on the right. The water's always on the left. But because I had moved everything, I didn't realize I dumped all of Larry's food right in the water.
Yeah.
And I had to go throw all that away.
And you had the bowls
out. I was just so mad.
And you had the bowls out in the middle of the kitchen, right where I was walking.
And I told you, I said, the bowls are in I told you. I said, I can't put the mat back down because the floor is still damp. The mat's still damp. I can't put damp on top of damp. It would ruin the floor.
Yeah.
It was just a mess.
Well, that's why it was a
it's
comedy.
the perfect ending to my day.
Comedy of errors.
Which my day isn't even over because Alan's going to tick me off a little further when he does Kellie Claps Back
Sure I am.
without context.
Okay.
So that's coming. Just be ready for that.
In fact, it may come after this.
It may. You know, what interferes with your happiness? I know very well what interferes with mine.
What?
I'm sitting right next to.
Oh, come on.
I'm kidding, honey. But seriously,
every man has a breaking point.
But seriously, a lot of people have been struggling with their moods, with their happiness right now. And is there something that maybe has been preventing you from achieving your goals? I know sometimes I get so overwhelmed. Alan witnesses this. I cannot catch a deep breath. I feel like there is an elephant sitting on my chest. I can't breathe. Well, BetterHelp will assess your needs and match you with your own licensed professional therapist. You can connect in a safe and private online environment. It's very convenient. In fact, you can start communicating in under 48 hours. Now, this is not a crisis line. It is not self-help. This is professional counseling done securely online. You can send a message to your counselor anytime and get timely, thoughtful responses. Plus, you can schedule weekly video or phone sessions without ever having to sit in an uncomfortable waiting room. It's easy and free to change counselors if you're not feeling you've gotten the best match. And BetterHelp is more affordable than traditional offline counseling, plus financial aid is available. BetterHelp offers licensed professional counselors who are specialized in depression, anxiety, relationship issues. If you have trouble sleeping and it's not because you ate too much sugar-free candy before you went right to bed, if you have family conflicts, grief, self-esteem, LGBTQ issues, anything you share is confidential.
And we want you to start living a happier life today. And as one of our listeners, you'll get 10% off your first month by visiting our sponsor at betterhelp.com/sandwich. So join over 1 million people who have taken charge of their mental health. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/sandwich.
All right, BetterHelp. Hey, there's no shame in getting help. We firmly believe in therapy.
I have asked for help many times.
I'm asking for help after this podcast.
Yeah, you are, because we're about to do one of our favorite bits.
One of your favorite bits.
Actually, it's one of our listeners' favorite bits. And they have told me this because they know it's true. They know it's true. And here's how this bit started for maybe you new listeners. So over a period of time, over the years, 4 years or so, we've done this podcast. I have an unfounded, undeserved reputation for giving Kellie a hard time or joking with Kellie or whatever. And
whatever.
And I'll receive emails. I'll receive DMs. I'll receive social media responses. I'll receive text messages that go something like this.
Oh, I can't wait. How does it go, honey?
Alan, holy moly, I just listened to that last episode. And you know what you need to do? You need to be nicer to Kellie. Yeah. Oh, my God.
How long have you been listening? Upset, disgruntled listener.
I've been listening to 1651. I've been listening to Kid Craig Morty Show longer than you've been freaking alive, okay?
Right.
But I tell you what. Tell you another thing. Kellie been waiting for the love of her life for 10 years. And then you show up. Good grief.
Yeah.
Be nice.
Just be nice.
It kind of goes like that.
Something like that.
Right. To which I think, dear person, if you heard the way Kellie talks to me, if you heard the things
totally unprovoked
she says to me,
I just wake up in the morning just clapping back. Doesn't clapping back imply that I am responding?
You would be horrified. You would be mortified. Therein lies how Kellie Claps Back was birthed. And this week we have a wonderful submission. This is a true story. This happened while Kellie and I were actually on a date. Happened while we were on a date. We were together, spending the day together.
Quality time.
We were spending quality time.
What were we doing on our date?
We went shopping.
We did. We like shopping together.
We went shopping. We went out to eat. We just spent the day.
We got some lawn art. Unbeknownst to us, we're lawn art people.
Well, I'm not a total lawn art guy, but I've
got a little
conceded on a little bit.
What is it called? A pagoda?
We got a little pagoda.
A little pagoda for our Zen garden.
So here's what we're doing. We are in the wonderful community of Las Colinas, Texas.
On our date.
And we are in the car. And we are looking for a TJ Maxx / Home Goods. Kelly is nodding her head for those of you who cannot see her and you are listening to this podcast. She's agreeing with everything I say.
Up to this point, I'm agreeing, yeah.
We are in the car together. I am driving. It's a beautiful Saturday afternoon, and there are a lot of people out. Okay? So Sunday afternoon? Okay. So we pull into the parking lot at TJ Maxx, and it is, and I think I even said, I made the comment, good night. It's like freaking nuts to butts up here. It's assholes to elbows. I mean, it was a full parking lot. And I was drinking a root beer, as I usually do in my spare time. So for whatever reason, I just started singing the "World is Filled with Assholes" song. And I just sing it to any tune. So I was like, the world is filled with assholes.
But y'all hear the volume he's singing.
Look
right
at
now.
all the assholes today.
Imagine it just a tad higher than
The
that.
world is filled with assholes. They all followed me to TJ Maxx. And because I'm
going on and on and on.
And because I'm drinking root beer, every time I finish a line in the song, I let out a pretty good sized belch.
Yeah.
So it goes like, the world is filled with assholes. Bruh. They're all here
Charming,
today.
Right? Everybody's with us so far. Charming.
So I'm kind of doing this bit, just kind of having fun. Kelly looks over at me and the radio's on. Kelly looks over at me and says, I'm trying to hear this spot.
I was trying to hear the commercial.
In that kind of voice. Okay. I didn't even respond. I just got real quiet. I stopped singing. I had joy in my heart.
Oh, you're singing about a-holes.
I had joy in my heart.
And belching.
I had joy. I had joy in my heart. And I just get real quiet. The spot finishes and Kelly looks at me. She goes, that's all I wanted to do was listen to that spot.
I wanted to hear that commercial.
And then here's where her voice it got to a crescendo. And every time I tried to listen, you got louder and louder and louder, and then you belched.
It's true. Y'all.
And hold on.
Oh, there's more. Okay.
So she hits me on the head with the Kelly Raspberry elbow, and then she says, and I think Honey Baked Ham should have hired me.
That is not what I said. That is a half truth wrapped in a lie. That is not what I said.
That is exactly verbatim.
We're going along the road.
Why are you retelling it? That's what happened. There's a
commercial playing, and I'm trying to hear it. I said, I think I know what this commercial is. And Alan starts singing, the world is full of assholes. And just loud. And I'm like, he's gonna stop because he's just making a point. And I'm like listening. And burp. And there's more.
I've already told
like,
this.
Okay, so but I'm trying not to say anything. Because I'm just because I don't want to be a nagging wife. But I'm trying to hear this commercial. I'm like, what? I can't hear. And finally I was like, honey, I am trying to hear this commercial. Because see, I used to do Honey Baked Ham commercials. I used to do them. And I was like, I was wondering why they didn't have me do them this year. Apparently they found somebody they like better who's not as mean to her husband. But I was like, I'm just trying to hear who this commercial is for. And then he sits there quietly. And I said, there, that's all I wanted to see. I said, I was wondering, I thought they weren't advertising anymore, but I guess they're just not advertising with me. That's what I said.
See, dear listener.
That's very different.
Dear listener, dear, strong, good listener, you can believe who you want to believe. Now, here's the deal. I have to record this podcast and it's on a recording. So you know exactly what happened. All I can do is document it in my phone after it happens and then tell the story from my perspective.
Read verbatim what you documented.
Read verbatim?
Verbatim.
Okay. Well, this was talk to text. Alan pulling into TJ Maxx, really crowded, start singing the world is filled with assholes song. They are all here today. And then belches. Kellie with raised voice, I'm trying to hear the spot. Alan gets real quiet. Kellie says, that's all I wanted to do was hear the brand on the spot. But every time I tried to listen, you got louder and then belched. Kellie, they didn't hire me for the honey baked ham spot.
Yeah, they didn't hire
That's
me for the
exactly what I said.
After this happened, this is what I told y'all. Whenever I do a clap back, he stops what he's doing and pulls out his phone and starts recreating it out of context. And there was another one, but I can't remember. We were walking the dogs.
Oh, I know that one too, but.
What? You're going to save it?
I'll save that one. Sure, I'll save that one. That's enough Kellie Claps Back for tonight. I'll save that one for next time.
I took enough of a beating. Y'all believe what you want. Believe what you want. Okay, I want to do a real quick follow-up. Remember last podcast, I think it was, we talked about the guy, Jensen Karp.
Jensen.
Who found, Alan thinks it's Jensen. I think it's Jensen. I can't argue him on that because I've never heard his name said out loud. But he happens to be married to Topanga from Boy Meets World. Her name is really Danielle Fishel. And anyway, he went on Twitter and said he found in the bottle, he had a double bag box of Cinnamon Toast Crunch he got from Costco. And he said he ate a bowl of cereal and then poured out some more and realized, oh my God, there's shrimp tails in my cereal. And he sent a picture and everything to Cinnamon Toast Crunch, looped in General Mills, and said they tried to gaslight him, which is a very trendy term right now, gaslighting. Everybody's gaslighting. He said they told him that it was just the accumulated sugar in the bottom of the bag. That's what happens sometimes. And it's obviously shrimp tails. And he said, I wouldn't have taken this to Twitter if you hadn't have tried to gaslight me and make me look like an idiot. And he wasn't satisfied. They were just offering him a coupon for a new box or whatever. Well, it escalated from there. He said they were going to send a FedEx envelope. He was supposed to send back some of the cereal. He was going to take it to a lab for testing. Why do you got to take it to a lab for testing? It's shrimp tails. This is just now he's taking it to the next level. But he became Twitter famous. Well, what happens when you become Twitter famous? All these people started coming out of the woodwork talking about what an a-hole he is. I bet he sings songs about it. I bet he sings songs about it and burps.
Nothing wrong with Nothing wrong with singing songs or burping.
But apparently he was verbally abusive.
Oh,
this
well,
is according
okay. Well,
to women.
That's not cool.
No, he was verbally abusive. This is according to people on Twitter. Allegedly, you always have to say allegedly, that he was verbally abusive, controlling to more than one woman, that he was a horrible person to work for, that he steals people's intellectual property, blah, 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 on and on. So the last thing that Jensen Karp tweeted before the poop hit the fan, the shrimp poop, because remember he claimed there was poop in there too, or rat poop. On March 24th, he tweeted, no real update, and I'm not posting about this BS all day again, except he said bullshit. Waiting for the envelope I agreed on from General Mills to send them back pieces and some of a shrimp tail. We'll leave home for DNA testing at noon. They grow up so fast. That's the last he's tweeted. I checked before I came on the podcast tonight. He hasn't said another word because he's being decimated on Twitter. A lot of people are saying he made this whole thing up. It's a hoax. So I'm going to tell you, if he did and General Mills gets to the bottom of it, they're going to have a lawsuit on their hands, right?
Yeah.
But that's the follow-up. Since we were on the last podcast, all these women came out and say he's an abuser, a liar. He owns an art gallery. He's probably done he's been allegedly doing bad things to artists. I don't know.
Even before
I wish there was a follow-up, but there's not.
Even before you told me all this, remember on the last podcast?
You were saying it was a hoax.
I was just saying it's possible this happened, but this sounds very fishy, and I think he's trying to buffalo General Mills. Yeah. That was my take.
Well, ever since that last tweet on March 24th when he was going to the lab, we haven't heard nothing. In fact, it was really kind of funny. People on Twitter are so funny. I wish I was this funny as they are sometimes. Super Gabers tweeted this afternoon, seems like Jensen Karp has found crickets in his cereal now. That's pretty clever, right?
That's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one.
Get it? Crickets.
Yeah. We play them all the time.
Anyway, there is no update.
No, that's a good update.
But well, there is an update because since we talked about it, we didn't know about the abuse allegations and the manipulation and the lying allegations. We just knew the story. But that's the only update I have.
That's a good update, babe.
Hey, we got to keep the people informed.
Yeah.
We're nothing if we're not timely, and we're not very timely. Actually, we're pretty late.
We're very
everything.
timely.
We try to be. Alan and I really do love doing a Sandwich and Some Lovin' podcast for you guys, but it's more fun if we could do it with you, right?
It's always more fun to do it with rather than by yourself.
Yes. And that's one of the things we love most about Stereo.
Stereo.
It's a free app you can download. And then if you follow me at Kellie Raspberry,
and me at the Alonzo 1971,
you can actually be a part of the podcast. It's like a bonus special hour with us on Stereo.
It's like the B-side.
Yeah, but you're part of the conversation, so you can take the show anywhere you want it to go. Ask us anything, make comments, do a little stand-up comedy. I don't know. What do you want to do? You do what you want.
It's up to you.
We're basically turning it over to you. Now,
you do you.
If y'all don't take part, it's just going to be me and Alan flapping our gums again.
Then we'll do we.
And we'll go do it.
Or we'll do us.
We're going to do this on Tuesday at a special time, March 30th at 4 p.m. Central.
4 p.m.
Alan and I have a conflict later that night, but we didn't want to miss out on being with you on Stereo. So we'll see you 4 p.m. Tuesday on the free Stereo app.
See ya. Hey, we can do a movie review?
Sure.
We went and saw a movie.
We did.
That was that part of the same day we went on our...
The movie was Friday. Our date was Sunday.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I scored... the kids scored a couple of free tickets to the movie called Nobody. And it was fun.
It was fun.
I was like, wow, we're in a movie theater.
I remember when we went to see Wonder Woman at Christmas. I believe that was one of the previews they showed.
Yeah, it was.
And I was like, I want to see this movie. It looks cute. It's like somebody, I've kind of compare it. There have been a lot of movies along this theme where somebody's like living a double life. Like they're just living a normal everyday life. But the truth is they're a double agent or they're an assassin or there's something like that.
Think True Lies.
Think one of my favorite movies ever, The Long Kiss Goodnight.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen it with me?
I have not.
I love The Long Kiss Goodnight. It's Gina Davis and Samuel L. Jackson. And our movie reviewer on the Kid Craddock Morning Show, Gray Drake, said Samuel L. Jackson believes he should have won an Oscar for that performance. And I agree with him. He's so good in it. But Gina Davis, I don't think I'm spoiling anything because I just told you what the genre is. But she's, just a regular person, but she's actually an assassin. But she doesn't know it because she's lost her memory. And it's so cool. Alan, we have to watch it.
Are we doing a movie review on The Long Kiss Goodnight or Nobody?
I'm just saying, that's why I wanted to see Nobody because it's about that same genre where it's somebody that's leading a double life.
Yeah.
You just think he's a normal person, but he's somebody else.
Yeah, since it's brand new, we're not going to give too many details, right? No spoilers, but 2 thumbs up.
Alan really liked it.
I liked it.
I thought it was okay. I'll tell you, Christopher Lloyd, is that his name?
Yeah, Christopher Lloyd's in
it, and he is just precious.
Hilarious.
He was the professor in Back to the Future, if you're familiar. And he was also in Taxi.
And he's aged.
He's so funny, though, and he's aged a great deal. But I'll tell you, when Alan and I came out of the movie, I'm like, that was good. I was entertained. It's exactly like watching a video game.
How so? Nonstop?
Well, it's like when I go to an arcade and every once in a while I decide I'm going to try to do one of those shoot 'em up arcades where they give you a gun and you just shoot people and they just get in your path and you shoot them and shoot them and shoot them. That's what the movie's like. To me.
Oh, it's extremely violent.
Yeah, it was nonstop. But it's so extremely violent to the point where it's not gross anymore. It's just like, it's like I'm watching a video game. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
It got to the point where it wasn't gross anymore.
It was extremely violent.
A lot of beating up.
I didn't like it because it was extremely violent. It was
just entertaining.
It was entertaining, I guess. Yeah.
But yeah, it's a lot of shooting and killing.
A lot of shooting and killing. He makes Jason Bourne look like a big wimp.
Really?
You don't think so?
I haven't. You know what?
I mean, he knows kung fu shit. He knows how to shoot people.
I tried watching Jason Bourne. Isn't that the one with Matt?
Yeah.
Damon?
The Bourne movies, they're great. You didn't like them?
Well.
Oh, those movies are great.
You know how I'm very susceptible to being motion sick and car sickness?
Yeah.
They did the Bourne Identity, I don't know if they did all of them like that, but they did it like somebody running around after him holding a camera. I got so incredibly sick watching it that I couldn't enjoy it. Same thing with that movie Out in the Woods. What was that one? The Blair Witch Project.
Oh, that was dumb.
My girlfriend and I went to see that. right after eating a big Italian dinner
Ugh.
with grilled artichokes that were grilled and fried. I think they were fried too. They kind of breaded them and put them in one of those sizzling pans with the breadcrumbs and just tons of butter. I was licking my fingers. It was so good. But then we went to see the Blair Witch Project. And remember, everybody thought it was real at first, but no spoiler alert, it wasn't real. But they're out in the woods. They're supposed to be the scariest movie ever. But it was again with a handheld camera.
Not scary.
I got so sick. I had to get up, go to the bathroom, throw up.
Ew.
I came back and sat down and watched the end of the movie when they did the big reveal, and I just sat there just green. I didn't even care. When you're sick, you don't care.
Very gentle. Very gentle flower.
Yeah. When you're nauseous, nothing else matters. Nothing scares me when I'm nauseous.
Yeah. The only time I've been nauseous lately is when I got Alan drunk at our party.
Oh,
yeah. That was pretty
You recovered so quickly. I've never seen anyone bounce back.
Thank you.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Your husband's a big, strong guy.
Yeah. Strong guy. Hey, you know what? I got an idea.
What's your idea?
Think about this. Shouldn't your bank account work for you, not against you? So let me tell you about Chime. You're going to love this. This is an award-winning app and debit card with no hidden fees, no monthly minimums, with fee-free overdraft on up to $100 in debit purchases with SpotMe. It's like overdraft protection, but better. And seriously, Chime is changing the banking game. Check it out. With Chime, you can get your paycheck, your benefits, your stimulus check, your tax return up to 2 days earlier with direct deposit. And for added security, you can turn on alerts to let you know when your card is being used. You can instantly block your card if something is a little fishy. And if you're not the best when it comes to saving, when you sign up for a Chime spending account, you can enroll in an optional savings account and grow your savings automatically with a 0.50% annual percentage yield. That's 10 times the national average. And let me emphasize this again. Chime has no hidden fees or monthly minimums, plus 38,000 fee-free ATMs with MoneyPass and Visa Plus Alliance.
So join the millions on Chime. Sign up just takes 2 minutes and doesn't affect your credit score. So apply now at chime.com/sandwich. That's chime.com/sandwich. And Chime is a financial technology company, banking services provided by the Bancorp or Stride Bank N.A. Members FDIC eligibility requirements and overdraft limits apply. Overdraft only applies to debit card purchases. Limits start at $20 and may be increased up to $100 by Chime. Early direct deposit depends on the payer. Out-of-network cash withdrawal fees apply. Third-party and cash deposit fees may apply. Go to chime.com/sandwich for details.
Thank you, babe.
Very Ron Burgundy of me there.
You did a good job.
Thank you, babe. That wild ass story that happened to me. Should I tell that?
Yes, you teased it. You have to tell it. That's the ender right there.
Is that the ender?
That's the ender.
Okay. So I had something strange happen to me, and after it happened, I immediately texted Kelly and I said, "You won't believe what just happened to me." So the other day I went to get my haircut, and I went to the lady I've seen for almost 30 years now, Connie. I've mentioned her a few times on the podcast. Went and saw Connie, caught up with Connie, got my haircut. And then
he goes every 3 weeks.
Yeah, I go every 3-4 weeks. So I'm leaving her salon I think I was going to go run some more errands or get something. I can't even remember what I was.
You're just finding excuses to stay away from me.
Yeah, that too.
Didn't want to come home.
Yeah, that too. But no, that's not true. But I am at an intersection in Richardson, and if any of you are familiar with the Dallas-Fort Worth area, you'll know this big intersection. It's Coit and Campbell. Okay, so Coit runs north and south. Campbell runs east and west. And both streets are big. They've got 3 lanes on each side going both ways. I mean,
it's a turn lane and 2 straight lanes.
Yeah, very, very busy intersection is the point. So I am on Campbell trying to take a left to get on Coit to go north. Okay. And I am in the left turn lane, and I'm about, I'd say, 6 or 7 cars back from the car that's
turning left
in front. So we're just kind of sitting there, and I'm just sitting there in my car, and the light's red, and then we get the green arrow, but none of the traffic moves. So I'm like kind of looking like, I wonder what's going on, and then I hear people laying on the horn like, and I'm like, oh, there must be I don't know what's going on. There must be a wreck or stalled car or something. But then out of the, I lean way over, and out of the corner of my eye, I can see there's a wheelchair kind of sticking out from in front of the front car. And that's the reason the front car couldn't move, because there was a lady in a wheelchair. She was trying to wheel herself across and beat the traffic before the light turned to the green arrow.
Well, that's you get the walk sign, but she couldn't walk, so she was trying to go. Yeah.
So then I understood, oh, okay, she's not able to make it across the street. So,
And the people behind can't see.
They can't see
anything. They just think the person's not going.
Right. So there's people laying on the horn, and I'm just kind of looking. And I think that, okay, we're going to miss our turn, obviously, on this go around, and she's just going to keep going. Well, she tries to turn around and go back to the curb that she came from.
Because it was too late then.
It was too late, and she's caught now in the middle. And so she starts spinning around, and then she starts dropping stuff. And the cars from Coit that were trying to make a left going westbound on Campbell start coming into the intersection. And they're hitting the brakes because now they see a lady is going backwards, trying to wheel her wheelchair backwards. And she's sitting in the middle of the street on Campbell Road, 3 lanes. And there are people going around her. I mean, they were like doing the and they'd stop right in front of her and then back up a little bit and then go around her. And I'm like, holy crap, this is crazy. And I'm thinking, surely that person in the front car is going to get out and try to help this woman. So I'm just kind of waiting. And I'm not telling this story to, I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Well, it happened. You're just telling what happened.
I'm just telling what happened. I'm not trying to paint this story, tell this story to paint myself in any kind of light or anything. I'm just looking. And that morning, just to give you more to imagine here, I was in a hurry, so I'm wearing an Ed Hardy t-shirt, my rattlesnake skin boots, and then I have on an army green button-down shirt over that, but it's not buttoned. Okay.
Like a short sleeve jacket.
Yeah. I'm throwing down this wild look.
And you asked me what I thought of it. I'm like, well,
yeah,
it's a look.
Kelly said, well, that's a look. So I'm noticing nobody's helping the poor woman. So I just reacted. I didn't even think. I put my car in, I was in my truck. I put my truck in park.
You're still in the left turn lane, about 6 cars back at this point.
My truck's just sitting there. I open my door and I go sprinting up Campbell Road against the traffic. And I just ran as fast as I could. I didn't even think. And I ran up to her, and she was an elderly African-American woman. And I looked at her feet, and, she's in a wheelchair. She can't walk. She had, I don't know, some serious health issues. And I said, ma'am, are you okay? And she kind of looked up at me. She was real confused. She goes, yeah. And I said, we got to get out of the intersection, So I grabbed her wheelchair. The traffic stopped, and I kind of pulled her back, and I pulled her all the way back over to the curb, and I put her on the curb. And my truck is now like 100 yards away with the doors open. All right. And there's cars stopped. They're probably pissed at me because I left my car in the middle of the road. And I said, are you sure you're okay? And she says, yeah. She goes, put me up on the sidewalk. And I said, okay. So I pushed her up on the sidewalk, and I said, you're okay, right? And she goes, yes. And then she went wheeling down the sidewalk the other direction. And I didn't even think. Kelly said, well, did you call anybody? And I was like, I didn't even think to do that. She just,
your adrenaline.
Yeah,
going.
She just wheeled off and kept going. So then I was like, oh gosh. So then I sprinted 100 yards back to my truck, got in, and I had to wait again for the light to turn green. And then I, turned left. And then I think I pulled into Rockfish, and I just was like collected my thoughts and had lunch. But I guess the reason I tell that story, number one, I was surprised. I was very surprised that there were probably 20 to 25 other people in that situation that probably could have done something.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess I was kind of waiting for somebody to do something, and it never happened.
Well, I think that's true for about 20 of those other people too. They assume somebody else will do it.
I guess.
And like people they aren't paying attention, Alan. They aren't paying attention. They
Yeah.
could have been just driving by and then like, whoa, what was that? And by then you can't stop, but I think there were a lot of people that could have done something and didn't.
Yeah.
Let me say that. But I mean, you did the right thing and risked yourself getting hurt. Somebody could have jacked your car. You don't know what could have happened.
Well, and I totally am not telling this. I was not trying to like be hero guy or anything. But when I saw her in that intersection and there were cars going past her,
Yeah.
and she was spinning and dropping
Just
stuff.
Confused.
I was like,
and like when you got to her, she didn't seem scared. She just seemed confused.
She was real confused. I was like, I can't believe nobody's doing anything.
Yeah.
So at that point, I was like, fuck this. I'm jumping.
Alan, your language.
Sorry. I was like, screw this. I'm jumping out and I'm helping her. So that's.
I need to tell somebody to insert a beep there.
Not compared to some of these other podcasts we hear.
That's true, but
sorry.
Language.
So hey, keeping it real. So anyway, that's what happened. I tell these stories like, you remember the lady that came up to me asking for the money in the parking lot, and
I gave it to her.
I got scammed on that.
You did,
and people were saying you got scammed, even though I thought I didn't get scammed.
You got scammed.
This was not a joke.
No, she didn't ask for anything. In fact, she didn't want your help.
She didn't appear that she was real amused with me kind of messing with her. She was kind of like,
disgruntled.
Get me on the sidewalk and then kind of leave me alone from here.
Thank you.
I don't remember.
Aw.
I don't really remember. But
I see things so often, and I've had to call 911 before because you see things, you have to do something, and as I'm not a single woman, but as a woman by myself, I don't think it's always safe to get out, sometimes.
No, it's not safe to get out. And I think that's why a lot of people, they don't do it.
Well, I think a lot of people also, maybe not in this particular scenario, but you think this is a setup. A lot of people are so paranoid now about being set up for a robbery, fake car crashes and things like that. I don't know.
Well, it was the middle of the day at Coit and Campbell.
I know you did the right thing. This was obviously a stressful situation and a distressed woman.
But if you can imagine, after I was telling Kelly the story later on, I was thinking, those people in the cars in front of me were probably looking at this guy. He's got on rattlesnake boots, an Ed Hardy shirt. He's all tatted up.
And his green cape.
Yeah, and then he's got this army green cape floating in the back. They're probably like, who is this asshole?
Well, they're saying, man, I should have done something. That's the other thing. They're like, yeah, I should have probably done something. And then you feel, because doesn't everybody want to be a hero?
Well.
Don't you all want to be the hero at some point?
As I was running back to the truck, I was like, my heart was pounding, and I was just wanting to get back in my truck. But I heard a lady say something to me, and it was something nice, but I can't remember exactly what she said.
Yeah, I think a lot of people saw what you did and were like, oh yeah, that was good.
But anyway, not telling the story to make myself feel any better. It's more of a, I can't. It floored me that nobody did something.
But when you do a good deed like that, good karma comes back to you, right, babe?
Oh gosh. Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad you reminded me.
When you do a good deed, the universe just repays you in kind, right?
I think Kelly even said that later on that I totally forgot about this. Later on that day, I am about to go get my boys, and Dylan's mother had told me that Dylan wasn't feeling well, so that I she asked me, can you take him to the pediatrician to just make sure he's okay? And I said, sure, just send me the info for the pediatrician. So on the way to go get the boys, I'm at another part of town in Frisco, and I'm sitting again in another left turn lane, and I'm sitting there.
You need to make only right turns for the rest of your life.
No kidding. And my phone buzzes. And right as my phone buzzed, the guy in front of me starts going. So then I let up off the brake and I start going. I look down for 1 second to pick up my phone because she was going to send me the information so I knew where to take Dylan. I looked down for 1 second. And as soon as I look right back up, the truck in front of me is stopped. I hit the brake and I bump him in the back of the truck. And I'm like, you have got to be kidding me. I haven't touched another car since I was 17 years old. I mean, I have such a squeaky clean driving record.
Until now.
So I see his hands go up and I'm like, oh my God. Oh, I can't believe I just did that. So I get out and, of course we're holding up traffic. And I said, sir,
Again.
yeah, I said, same day. And I'm like, sir, I am so sorry. I said, I never do that. I said, I am so sorry. And he's looking, he's like shaking his head. He goes, meet me over at the McDonald's. And I'm like, okay. So we go over to McDonald's, pull in, we're both taking pictures of our trucks and we both just sit there on the curb together and we're looking at the trucks. And I said, sir, I am so sorry. My son is sick and I was trying to get his hospital information. I looked down for 1 second and bumped your truck. And he goes, dude, he said, shit happens. And he put his hand out and shook my hand, and I'm like, I'm really sorry. He goes,
well, because he said somebody else had hit him like a week earlier and took off.
yeah.
He got this guy talk about his karma.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, we exchanged insurance info and I just kind of scratched his tailgate, but my whole front bumper needs to be replaced. So there you go. That was my day.
I'm sorry, honey. But you did a good deed.
I did a good deed.
Your truck's coming back as good as new after it gets that bumper replaced.
Well, and the good thing is I was literally going 1 mile an hour. I just tapped him. I didn't hit him from behind. It was a tap, But it's enough to cause $1,000 damage on my truck.
Isn't that crazy?
Well, they got to replace the entire front bumper.
I know. Sorry, honey.
Yeah. Well, it happens.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
And that is what it was. That's the end of another A Sandwich and Some Loving podcast.
Yes. Yes. All right, babe. Anything else you want to talk about?
No. Save it all for next time.
Okay.
Keep them coming back for more.
That's what we call a tease in the podcast business.
Well, it's not really a tease. I'm not teasing anything. Just come back, please.
We met our friend Carolyn today, but I guess we don't have time to talk too much about that. But boy, Carolyn came back with another awesome quote about your husband. You want to tell everybody what she said about
it? No, you tell it.
No, you tell it.
I don't remember it. It's just something about your tight. I don't know what the quote is.
My tight what?
Your tight ass? I think it was, did you say that?
Yes.
See, Alan loves when Carolyn brags on him.
Uh-huh.
And I said, thank you, Carolyn, because now I'm going to have to hear this for the next 3 to 4 years, as I have the last time she complimented
Why did Carolyn say to you that I have a tight ass?
I don't remember. Oh, she said how good you look because you're wearing your skinny jeans today.
Yeah.
And you've been doing a lot of skinny jean wearing lately. And she goes, because she hadn't seen you in a long time. She's like, Alan, you looking good. You looking tight. And then it just devolved from there.
Yeah. It was
and
awesome.
Alan's literally sitting there clapping like a giddy schoolgirl. Literally.
Words of affirmation. You ought to know by now. It's my love language.
Yeah, but you should have seen like the look that came over your face.
Really?
It was like, and clapping like a little girl.
I was doing like Hercules.
Yeah.
I was like bouncing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very happy for you.
Thank you.
Carolyn.
Thank you. All right, babe. Well, I love you desperately.
I love you.
I love our listeners desperately. I love flat sheets desperately. And they ain't going nowhere. But I'm sure we'll podcast again real soon. And in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich.
Alan, how much do you love doing stereo with our podcast family?
I can't even put it into words.
Alan and I do it together, but you are part of the conversation thanks to the free stereo app, which you download and then follow us. I'm at Kellie Raspberry.
I'm at me at the Alonzo 1971.
And if you missed last week's conversations, here's a little bit of what you missed.
Hey, Kellie and Alan, it's Melanie. Mel, I just want to say I love you. I appreciate what y'all do, and y'all just inspire me. And I just want to say I love you. And I don't have anything to ask because I'm just proud just to listen to y'all talk. So y'all are amazing, and keep up the good work. And I love you very much. Bye.
Melanie, she brings me so much joy. That is Mel, and she is just so funny. When you meet her within 2 minutes, Mel is going to tell you she loves you, and she really means it. She's not just doing lip service. She is filled with joy and filled with the love of God, and she shares that everywhere she goes. The joy of the Spirit. Just love Mel. Thank you, sweetheart. You're so sweet.
We love you too, Mel.
So I know you want to be a part of the next stereo, don't you? So join us Tuesday, March 30th at 4 p.m. Central, a special time, a special place on the free stereo app.
Boom.